Hello people, hope you all are doing good. Guys, I would like to welcome you all back to our platform. As today is the day 3 of the ongoing webinar, ongoing program wherein we are working with the people to help them to get their personality set for clearing an interview. On day 1 we discuss about the mental aspect, psychological aspect. Day 2 we discuss about the personality, how a person should dress up and all that stuff. The day 3 is today, and we are going to talk about how to clear a video interview. That is what we are going to talk now, guys. The most important thing, the things which goes in your favor is that this is the time wherein technology is not alien to you. You are not new to this, using the platform of online mode communication using video. This is not new to you. You have WhatsApp, you have Facebook, all these things which are there, they have video conferencing call as set up as there, so you have been using this. Guys, just imagine the situation if video conferencing interviews would have been there back there in old days, then things would have been somewhat tentative. So let's start on a positive note. So point number 1 is very good, that you are not new to this technology. But if we talk about interview, yes, you are new to interview. You may not be new to the video conferencing, but about facing an interview in that video conferencing is something new. So how do you prepare for that? So I'm there to help you guys today. I'm there to help you. We have made some observations in our video conferencings, in our video interviews. I will be talking on the basis of those observations. Guys, first and the most important thing, we have seen people using their cell phones for an interview. And as if we compare cell phone to a desktop, to a laptop, it is very stable. Desktop is stable and it gives a better picture. It is something better. So if you do not have a laptop or a desktop, just try to see if you could arrange something for a while as well. Arrange a desktop, arrange a laptop. If they are not there, then in the worst case scenario, go for a cell phone. Second important thing is that whenever you are setting up a place, whenever you are looking for a place, how to set up the interview, ensure that your background is good. There is no distraction in the background, and it is better if you are dressed the way you are wearing. If it's not in the same combination, it should be very much visible. It should not get lost in the background. Another thing is, whenever you are placing a system, place it face to face. Do not look like this down to the speaker. Let it be face to face. That gives a real good indication, and that is somewhat eases the flow of the interview. It is believed that whenever someone is looking down, it doesn't give that good picture actually. These are some basic stuff. Other than that, before actually appearing in an interview, ensure that you switch off all the notifications. You switch off all the notifications of your laptop or whatever devices if you are using. Switch off all the live notifications, because or else if you are not switching it off at the time of an interview, the pop-ups will keep coming. So switch off the part of all the pop-ups, and it's better if you create a new user ID specifically for an interview. Okay, these things would help. So okay, now you have made the place good for an interview. You have arranged a laptop. So now the actual preparation starts. Ensure that people, you have a good network in your area. If specifically in an interview, if you are not having that network, then all the efforts which you have put in, to come here till the face-to-face interview, all will just go wasted. It would be that distraction, that positive effect would not be there. So make sure that your network is in good condition. If you are not having a proper network, be sure that you at least have some backup like a dongle or something. And also take the contact number of the person whom you are coordinating with. So if unfortunately some unexpected thing happens, then you would be in a position to call that person back and then again go ahead and at least have a telephonic call if the interview goes off. And then you can set something else again. So once you do all these things, once the interview starts, so few things again. Once the interview starts, there should be no pop-up of that screensaver. So you have to switch off your screensaver again. Another thing is that whenever you are speaking with the interviewer, look in the camera, and that would be good enough. That would be the same as if in a face-to-face discussion you are looking in the eyes of the person. Here you have to look in the camera, and that is how the cameras are made. It gives the good sense to a person and makes the communication very good. So once all these things is done, set up your level of confidence. How you will set that? Prepare yourself well before the starting of an interview. Go through your resume. These are basic stuff. There is no change whether it is a video conference interview or whether it is a face-to-face interview, walk-in interview. The way you dress up, we have communicated all these things in the last 2 sessions. Your attitude, all those things remains the same. If you have not seen those things, just go ahead and look at the 2-day webinar that we have already conducted yesterday and day before yesterday. It's there in the YouTube channel. That would really help you. After that, prepare for starting of an interview. As we always say, you should know how to introduce yourself, the basic questions. But if you fumble there, then the chances of your entire interview going swiftly are somewhat disturbed. Let there be no distraction. Let your family mates tell them that keep the voice vacant, keep the room vacant for a while. Do not sit in a room wherein your voice echoes. It has been again an observation that few people, we saw few people sitting in a room wherein the voice was actually echoing. So people are somewhat nowadays using if there is an empty room, they are using some voice absorbents, or they're keeping something here and there so that the echo gets absorbed. Okay, do these few things and then appear for an interview, and then answer this first few starting questions very well, and you would roll on to the interview without any distraction, people. Without any distraction you will roll. Ensure that you have you should have checked actually the app on which you are going to have a discussion. You should have checked that app much before, well in advance. We cannot miss this point, people. You have to check the app well in advance, how it functions. If you are new, just try to see whether there is screen sharing option, how does it work. If there are more than 2 to 3 people, how does that work, the mute option, the unmute option. Just ensure that you are aware of all these things, people. So we have thought of putting all these things nicely in front of you, so that wraps up the complete session of ours, wherein we have worked on mindset, we have worked on physical personality, the approach towards an interview, and how do you actually crack the interview, the video interview. That is the trending thing which is happening nowadays. Everything is going online. The TCS is also conducting a big drive now in collaboration with some other companies. That is also online. So online is the main factor that is currently now into picture. So bring all these things into practice, team. Bring all these things into practice. We will be launching, I have a plan of launching a workshop wherein we would conduct some just a minute sessions. Whatever we have discussed in this last 3 days of the program, we would practically see how that thing works out. We will conduct just a minute sessions. After conducting just a minute sessions, there would be a mock round, mock interviews will be there. There would be a different thing, people, okay? I won't conduct it now. I will post the details. I will take registrations for that, and that webinar, that workshop in fact, will be conducted in a closed phase group. So you have to register for that, and yes, we will be charging for it. We won't keep it free, because once the things are charged, you will also feel the value of it, and we will also feel the worth of doing that particular thing, because there should be a value when we do something extraordinary. So that thing would be valuable. It won't be much, it would be somewhat less itself, but yes, the value which we are communicating, it should be something, it should be valued to monetary terms if we are doing something on outstanding basis or something out of the way. So that is what I wanted to share, people. All the best. Give your best in the interviews, and I'm sure that you will keep cracking interviews. Your interviews be much better if you practice all the knowledge that we have shared in this 3-day program. And today is the 3rd day. I would be signing off, people. Take care. Bye bye. Cheers.